All right, hi everyone. My name is Matthew Cress of Cress Dietetics, and this is going to be a video presentation on why your yogurt may not be setting. So through my experience and through mastering the technique of yogurt, there have only been three main reasons as to why my yogurt may not set. I don't have this problem anymore. I create a consistent final product every single time of yogurt that is firm with every single batch I make. But I will say in the beginning, when I was learning and understanding how to create yogurts, I did come across this problem, and I will say that it's very understandable. It's something that all yogurt makers, I think, have to address at one point or another. So to get started, let's go over the three main reasons. The first main reason I would say is incubation time. The second main reason is heat, and then or temperature. That one's a good amount as well, a good topic as well. And the third final main reason, there are other reasons, but the three main reasons would be contamination. And so to get started, we're going to talk about incubation. And what this means is how long your yogurt is sitting, how long your milk inoculate is sitting in its incubation chamber to have the bacteria ferment, eat the milk sugar, and create a final protein matrix that holds and creates a firm end product that holds consistently every single time. If your incubation process is too short, your final product will not be firm. Simple as that. If you put your inoculated milk in the oven at this point and you get a firm final end product at this point and you are checking it here, your yogurt will not yet be set and it will not be firm. So the simple solution is to keep going and to watch your yogurt get more firm as the time goes on. What I highly recommend as a person that has consistent results and that has some hindsight, when you're getting started, take video of what you're doing so that you can watch your yogurt get firmer as the time goes on. And especially when you are thinking that your yogurt should be done, you look and it's not set, say, no problem. Take a video, look at how liquid your yogurt is, put it back in the oven, wait, I would say 20 to 30 minutes, and then take it out, look at it again, and compare that texture with the texture that you previously recorded to see if it's a incubation time that is causing the problem. If there's no difference, then it's not the incubation time, and there may be another reason as to why your yogurt is not setting, which would then easily lead into the next topic, which is heat or temperature. There are two main bacterial families in yogurt, and I'll go over that in a different video. But these bacterial populations, cultures, prefer a certain temperature range in order for them to metabolize the milk sugars, for it to ferment, and for it to create a happy bacterial culture that sets for that protein matrix. So let's say, usually I use a temperature range of about 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's about 46 degrees Celsius for my Europeans. Got my little cheat sheet right here. But the temperature range for most yogurts is 104 degrees Fahrenheit to 115 degrees Fahrenheit, and that would be about 40 degrees Celsius to about 48, I would say, degrees Celsius. 46 is a fantastic temperature. It's smack dab in the middle. It works for almost every single yogurt I have done. It's just, and it ferments within 3 to 4 hours. So 3 to 5 hours, I'll say. So when I am doing my incubations, if my yogurt is not setting, I will check on the heat. If my heat is too low, that means that the bacteria are moving slower. They're metabolizing slower, they're not eating as fast. And so what I'll do is I will crank up the heat on I'll either pour in more hot water into my hot water basin that my yogurt is fermenting in. You can check that out in my full technique video that is on my channel. Or I will crank up the temperature of the oven that I'm fermenting in. Both work. what the main idea is to increase this temperature so that the bacteria are warmer so that they metabolize faster. So then at that point, when you increase the temperature, I would then recommend that you check on it every 20 to 30 minutes to see if it's the heat that is causing a change. And through my years of experience, I will say that heat is most often the reason as to why your yogurt is not setting. When I do crank up, when that has happened to me and I have turned the heat up and my bacterial culture is correct, I know it's correct and I know it works, I'll crank the heat up, and within usually 15 to 20 minutes, it'll be set noticeably. It'll be noticeably healthier, and the protein matrix looks more solid, like a firm jello, I would say. So those are the two main ones. In a third aspect of contamination, which would be my more rare case, I would say that contamination is something that happens when you've been lazy about maintaining your bacterial population in your yogurt. If I were to, so this one is a, actually, I'm not sure. I think this one is the one that I've already started. Yes, it is. It's already detached. So this one has already started. I'm not sure if you can tell, but there is whey. And that has been extracted. If I were to go and make a next batch of yogurt, I would not want to take this top layer right here because I have contaminated it with a spoon that I have, been using. I'm not going from my mouth to here, but, you want to make sure that you're going to be reaching for yogurt that's near the bottom. The bottom section of the yogurt container is going to have your most safe, most consistent in terms of like your bacterial population. These top ones have surface bacteria that may come in because you open it up. There's bacteria in the air. There's yeast in the air. That's how beer, mead, wine is made. You incorporate the microbes in the air and you have it touch the top surface, you mix it around and it creates a ferment. Same thing for any type of other ferment. But so when you're looking at your yogurt, if you have the top layer that you're looking at, you're not going to want to use it because there may be some contamination on the top layer just because it's been exposed to air. So usually what I will do is I will take the top layer off when I'm getting ready to make yogurt. I'll take that top layer off and then I will fish out 1 tablespoon. So it's 1 teaspoon per liter or quart. I use 3 quarts, so 1 tablespoon. I'll take 1 tablespoon of that hidden yogurt, deeper down, and I will use that as my inoculate in my milk. So that way I'm getting the least amount of contamination as possible, and that way I'm getting a very consistent product. Now, I've been doing this for long enough that I don't need to do that anymore, but when my bacteria population was less stable and I was running into this problem, that was a technique that was successful for me, that helped me make sure that my yogurt population was more consistent on a regular basis, every single time. So contamination is a third reason as to why your yogurt may not be setting. It is important to make a point on introducing third parties into your yogurt. So I will say third parties because sometimes people will be interested in having their yogurts be a base or a medium in which they can incorporate maybe a third bacteria that they're trying to incorporate into their gut microbiome. For example, a Reuteri is one of those types of third-party inoculates that they try to put into a yogurt. I don't want to say that I'm not a big fan of that, but I will say that your bacteria population, there are 2 main strains that work for yogurts. L. Reuteri is not one of them. Flat. Like, L. Reuteri is not typically found in yogurt. Traditionally made yogurt does not contain L. Reuteri. L. Reuteri was found in here we go, in the microbiome of a person that was in the war, and they found it because he was more resistant to certain diseases, etc. And so we found it and we said, this is a fantastic product, fantastic microbial population, and so we'll incorporate it into yogurts. Anyway, yogurt is specifically made with two main bacteria. L. reuteri is not one of them, but when you try to incorporate L. reuteri in the yogurt, it can work. But it can work when you have a bacterial population that is strong. As in, I could do it because I have had so many generations of this yogurt. This population is strong. The community is strong, and I know this is going to sound very woo-woo, but there are so many generations in here that my bacterial population is not going to be bothered by having a third party come in that tries to incorporate itself in here. It would more easily accept that invite. If, however, I was trying to, I've never made yogurt before, I don't have a strong heritage yogurt that I'm trying to use that is not consistent, and I'm trying to take my 2 strains plus an L. reuteri, and they've never made yogurt before together, you're going to have a harder time creating a final end product that holds consistently because there's no strong base for the L. reuteri to come sit on. I'm sure that there is better language that can be used, but I don't know how to explain it another way. If you're trying to make L. reuteri yogurt or any other kind of third-party yogurt, what you're going to want to do is make sure that you have a good yogurt base first that you are successful at, and then add in your third party. Also, contamination-wise, if you're licking your spoon and you're inoculating with that, and then you're adding in a bunch of mumbo jumbo, you're contaminating your process, and that may be another reason why you're not getting a firm set yogurt. So these are the main reasons as to why you may not be getting a firm set yogurt through your incubation process. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them below. I would be more than happy to answer your questions. Or if you just want to get the conversation started, also that works. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Matthew Cress. You can find me at cressdietetics.com, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.